Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Dripping in Alchemy. My name is Starr. Today I'm going to enter into the space with a lavender incense and also a little bit of sound. And I feel like I want to burst into tears. And I felt this way all morning. And I knew it was for this reading. And I'm hearing that some didn't even want to come back for another reading with me because of the last videos that you saw. So, you know, I want to say congratulations, because it takes guts to keep coming back and experiencing and expressing a bit of self that feels very raw and vulnerable. And you might not stay for the entirety of the reading, and sometimes I will get this. Sometimes I will get that someone doesn't have time to come back to watch a full reading, but there is something that they need. And as I looked over, my trinket box was already open, so I'm just going to shake this just to be careful, those with headphones, and I'm going to pull out some charms. Yeah, and I was seeing the unicorn step forward, which was a rubber that I've actually had for a very, very long time. I've also got a bull tooth, which was on a necklace. It was a Vivienne Westwood necklace from many, many years ago. I brought in the peas as well, which is actually a magnet. And also this little rock, which I do think came from Wales. So that's important for someone. And I'm looking at this as like a tooth, like a whale tooth. So there's that also. And this energy for this reading is going to be under the guise of the supermoon that we have in Sagittarius. And I've been sleeping with my moonstone for a few nights now, and I couldn't work with moonstone at a certain point in my journey because I found it too illusory, the energy. And I'm being drawn to this real flashy moonstone piece that I've got. Yeah, look at that, in this charm box as well. I absolutely adore moonstone, but I just can't wear it out because it sends me doolally is what I want to share. And I've been drawn to mushrooms. Yeah, it makes me feel like I'm tripping. So there's that for some. And perhaps you've been perhaps some of you have been feeling a lot because you have too many crystals on you or in your presence. So there's a side message for that. But yeah, I love how blue flashy this the moonstone is anyway, but there's something about specifically blue flashes or blue lights. And I'm hearing that song Flashing Lights. And I got two messages before sitting down today. First of all, I was having a shower this morning and my hair left on the side of the bath and it looked like the shape of Snoopy, and it was very, very cute. So Snoopy's in the mix for some, and I kept hearing Modest Mouse over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, which I do know is a music artist. So that is a confirmation or a message for some. And as I was pulling cards, well, shuffling cards to sit down, I kept hearing like real guttural throat singing, and like I don't even remember what the term is. It's been that long since I've fully delved into this style of music, but just that real throat crooning sound. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I will share some music in the description so you understand what I was hearing. But the I wanted to say that there is an aspect to that guttural sound that is connected to a high vibrational throat singing that comes from very specific tribes around the world. And for someone, that needs to be a massive distinction that you make moving forward in your journey, is where is the origins of some aspects of this world, and how can they be brought into a lighter vibration for some to help them feel more comfortable in being here and making a transition into a lighter aspect of life. So that feels massive. That feels like such an important message for someone out there. Yeah, it's just like a tipping of the axis. I wanted to tip this so that you could see this blue flashing through. And I've got in this little crochet guide that I was given at the pagan market a few weeks ago, and it was like if I moved it too far you couldn't see the flash, so something has to be fine-tuned. And for someone, maybe you make music, this is like a fine-tuning of the frequencies to make sure that it is high vibrational, no matter how, how do I say this, no matter how low vibrational you think that it is for whatever reason. It's changing the vibrational tone of it is going to change what it means, and that feels very specific, and I'm just going to trust that that goes to whoever it needs to. Yeah, there's something in that. But we do have a pick a card, which I wasn't expecting, but this is going to be, I feel like everything is just a continuation moving forward. So take a minute to choose your pile, and I'm going to hop right in. And we're going to start with pile one. Pile one. So we are going to use tarot and oracle today, and I'm going to pull from the water oracle first to get the first message for you. So the water carrier, what really matters, reflect, reprioritize. And I'm going to pull some tarot just to connecting a little bit deeper. So what do you need to reprioritize right now? Pile one is the question. And I'm being drawn to the hand mudras here. So perhaps you need to spend a little bit more time in meditation, I'm hearing, to, yes, find clarity with the King of Swords. Something isn't clear for you right now because you need to spend more time alone, pile one. Yeah, so that you can see truly what your heart is trying to tell you. I feel like some big decisions are having to be made right now about your future, pile one. And perhaps you've been worrying about money, but I'm hearing, don't think about that. 555, yeah, stupid. I was going to say stupid confirmation. It's super confirmation. Oh, pile one, you're not stupid is what I want to share. Yeah, it's okay. I feel like you've made a lot of mistakes, pile one. And it's always just lesson. Yeah, and perhaps you were too focused on money, or money felt too precarious, which is why you didn't listen to the 10 of Cups, which was in your heart. And this was, you know, to learn to trust. Yeah, you've been having to learn to trust spirit and the path of expanse. And this is where you've been. And you are walking that path. If there was ever a question of, you know, am I doing the right thing? I'm hearing, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Oh, it's like so cute. It's like a little child asking their parents. And I think I don't mean to laugh by one, but I feel like this is how you feel speaking to your spirit guides right now, which is really cute and adorable. And yeah, it's funny because I don't feel like I ever really had that connection with my guides in that way, because I always just so felt a part of them, and they're wanting you to know this, that you are a part of them. So don't see them as above you, because they are a part of you. And I think that this will help a differentiation for many moving into a space of spirituality. They are an extension of you. Everything is as one. I'm really being drawn to the wolf here, and a wolf spirit has a very special place in my heart. So there is something about connecting back to, I'm always saying, your animalistic frequencies, pile one. Yeah, this is going to get energy moving quickly. Don't think about the money, think about how something feels, and this is what's going to draw in abundance to you. Wow, yeah, the 10 of Pentacles, you can't write it. The cards don't lie, pile one. So, you know, if you feel like, am I being tricked, am I being lied to, the cards don't lie. So yeah, you're in a space of having to temper, you perhaps temper your temper right now. I think you feel like a child that is having a tantrum. And to some I'm hearing you are, but that's okay, because it's letting you come back to the highest vibration of self. And yeah, you're bringing some things back to life. I'm hearing that you're bringing some things back from the space of the dead, pile one. And be careful, you know, if that's where you are. Have trepidation in your mind if this is where you're going to start to make pacts with the other side, and specifically those of the dead, pile one. That feels so specific. Yeah, you have to make sure your soul is aligned to even be thinking about doing that. So that's a warning for some. And this channel is called Dripping in Alchemy, but there are lines that I know the soul shouldn't cross here, and I have my limits too. And although some might consider what I do to be, you know, not in the eyes of God, but everything that I do is under the banner of God. And that should be how you live too. What is the highest vibration of you? Good of all, harm to none, I say. You know, especially if you know that you can be drawn into your shadow. Yeah, and I think this is why you've gone back to the drawing board, because you wanted to make sure that it was your soul leading, and perhaps not your animalistic nature. You wanted to make sure. And I think this is a good space to be in. Pile one is having trepidation as you walk at the forefront, because it's like, you know, you've gotten into entanglements in the past, yeah, that weren't for your highest good, and you're trying to avoid this heartache again. So trust in that. You know, if you are cautious right now, that's a good space to be. And go to those that you know that you can trust. Yeah, sound the alarm to those that you know you can trust. Pile one. And if you don't have anyone, you know, seek out the highest vibration for you right now, so they can give you confidence in stepping forward. I feel like this is just a confidence issue right now, pile one, in all your spaces. So make sure that you are aligning your chakras here, and we've got this little child peeking out with the cups here. So make sure your inner child feels safe. And at certain points in the journey, yeah, especially when you're doing shadow work, the inner child doesn't feel safe. So have them in the care of someone else and send them to someone that you know will take care of them. And I know this sounds pretty woo-woo, but when I work with certain energies, I will send my inner child to sisters that I know are of a high vibration to take care of them, so that they feel safe, so that I can go as deep as I need to go. And this is a strong message for someone. Send your inner child to someone that you know will take care of them. And, you know, if you have friends around you that are just as tapped in as you, you know, ask them for that permission and be like, hey, will you just take care of my inner child right now so that I can just go roam and be free? Yeah, for some of you, it's your inner child that's afraid to move forward. It's like, you know what to do. And this is always a card of the Page of Cups, but if pigs might fly, some of you feel like something's too good to be true, but in your heart, you know. And yeah, you're conflicted about that, but it's actually your inner child that doesn't feel safe. So this is building up the strength, and I want to say the tenacity of your spirit to be obnoxious enough to step forward. Ooh, and I feel like, how do I approach this? Because I feel like somewhere, am I going to say that? Somewhere there is an arrogance in your energy, Pile 1, that you've enjoyed. And I can't think of a better word of than arrogance. Because it is very forward-facing confidence. But there is a tone of arrogance that you've relied on to get you through somewhere. And this is not what spirit is seeking, nor is it what your soul is seeking. You know, spirit always seeks for us to step forward without the mask. And arrogance is a mask. Or at least confidence masked as arrogance is a mask. Pile 1, and I hope that sentence made sense. But it's like the inner child just runs unafraid. Ooh, okay, so what are you doing still that is performative to others, Pile 1? Yeah. And perhaps this is in the energy of spirit. And with White Pony here, that keeps coming through. White Pony, which is an album. There's messages for you in White Pony. Yeah. I'm hearing now is not the time for distractions. And I want to like cover these two, having fun here, and I'm being drawn to like the tent. So perhaps the tent is a signifying message for you. And oh, what's it called? Like going into the sweat lodge. Sauna. Something like a good sauna will be great for you. Yeah, so that you can fill your own cup. Filling your own cup right now is important. And I keep pulling cards on the feminine side rather than the masculine side. Yeah, feminine energy right now is your safe space. So trust in that. And even if you are a masculine energy, there's something about you having to be in your feminine energy in order. Yeah, 13 on the clock there. Wow. In order to crack your heart open. Wow. Your abundance lies in your feminine energy. And I think this might actually piss some people off to hear it. Especially if you are a hyper masculine feminine energy here. And I try and leave, you know, rigid structures out of the mix. So however you resonate is he, she, they, them. We're talking about frequency here in masculine and feminine energies. So just be aware of that. Where is your heart trying to lead you? Yeah, if you're in apathy, something's in misalignment. 13:33 on the clock there. And I'm being told to pause here, and we're going to skip back into some oracle. And I knew I was going to read this out for everyone in the each collective pile, and I can't remember what these cards are called. Healing energy, the healing energy oracle. So self-love is key here for you. I tend to my needs by listening to my heart. My inner essence lets me know what is good for me. I respect my limits. I answer the requests of my body and my soul. Thus I learn to love myself. Thus I learn to love myself. Thus I learn to love myself. So perhaps you want to pause here, screenshot this, 14:09 on the clock there. But yeah, there's something in affirmations and the mudra, and I'm not sure what this mudra means, but it's bringing me to like the lotus petals too, which is where you hold your hands like this in order to receive, and you can draw that energy down and into the heart space. There's something about hand mantras being very important to you. Yeah, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. And this is what I was feeling with this inner child energy. Your inner child just wants to go and soar and be free. And I think this is Saturn depicted behind here. I'm being drawn to the movies Dune too. Perhaps you need to watch some sci-fi, pile 1, in order to unlock your sacred gifts is what I want to share. Yeah, something about you. You left something silly in the past, to seek wisdom. And now your inner child's like, no, like, we're gonna go and be free now. So don't trap yourself, pile 1. Don't trap yourself because your inner child is ready to fly free, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, let your freak flag fly. And I am being drawn to the LGBTQ community. So just be yourself. And if others can't accept you, you know, that's on them. And however you want to be, or however you want to be presented here, trust it. Because if your heart is telling you, you know, this is who I'm supposed to be, then that is you. You're allowed to choose. Wow. You are allowed to choose, and I think we forget that. Yeah, there's an essence of permission stepping forward. I'm being drawn to the dragons plates down here again. So heliconia and realization, the answer is here. Take heed. Yeah, the answer is you're allowed to choose who you want to be, and no one can tell you otherwise. Xenia, absence. What is not here is the key. Yes. What is missing from your life right now, or what do you at least perceive to be missing? That is the keys to your freedom. Wow. Forget me not, remembrance. Oh, memories and the past hold the key. Oh. Pile 1. You've not been forgotten. It's making me want to cry. You've not been forgotten. Your teams of light love you. You know, if you feel like you are alone at this time, please reach out to me. You are never ever alone. And if you need anything, I'm here to support you. But you're not alone. You are always being watched. There is always so many hands of light holding you, supporting you. You know, and the shadow too. So yes, be careful in your spaces, but know that your heart is pure. There's something about purity that keeps coming through. And it's like we're dismantling what purity means. And it's going from this black and white structures into that rainbow frequency. And, you know, stepping forward as we have been in the space of being more inclusive for everyone is really helping us in this vibration of let's strip away the old structures. And I have a lot to share about that because I think it has to be in a balanced space. But there is something about you that is just so enigmatically pure and wonderful and beautiful and brilliant. And everyone deserves to see you shine. Pile 1. So keep shining no matter what. And I feel like there is something or someone very specific that you want to see you in a high light, and I'm hearing they already do. It's just your perception that makes you think otherwise. Yeah, it's just your perception. But I'm going to leave it here for today, Pile 1. If you would like an extended reading, how to contact me is in the description below. But you're already doing it, and I feel like I need to hold up these 2 cards again to show you the imagery here. The water carrier, so the hand mudras, and also, yeah, don't forget me. I keep hearing don't forget me. Someone hasn't forgotten you, Pile 1. That's such a strong message. And maybe this is where this inner child healing needs to come from. Or, you know, when you were younger, you felt like you were forgotten for whatever reason. You're not forgotten. This idea of the door always being open, the gates are always open for you. Wherever that is. Secret garden, I'm hearing. I feel like this is a space that you used to go as a child. There's such a strong remembrance here. It's like, where did your inner child used to go? Perhaps you just used to go off and play on your own, Pile 1. And your family used to be like, why are they always on their own? But you, oh my gosh, I make me cry. But you knew that you weren't on your own. And you resonated more with those that you felt when you were alone than with your own family. Wow. So you used to go and hide and be alone because you weren't alone. They just couldn't see what you were seeing. Whew, I'm going to have to call it here, Pile 1, because this is just a lot. This is a lot, but I'm happy for you. It feels like you've been doing some real deep work, but that inner child, gosh, they need support right now. So send them to someone that you know can help them. That feels like such a strong but peculiar message. Perhaps where you are right now, you know isn't safe, so send them to someone that you know can hold them while you deal with what you need to deal with, Pile 1. But that's all for today. If you would like an extended message or to delve deeper into what all this could mean for you, Pile 1, I feel like it might be a lot for you to take on alone. And for those that know, you know, you're worrying through, it's okay if it's going to take some time to get through where you are. But trust that nothing will pass you by if it's supposed to be with you, yours. But that's all for today. Take care. Bye. Okay, Pile. Is this Pile 2? I'm going to trust that this is Pile 2. Pile 2, we have, I'm very emotional from Pile 1, so just give me a moment as I reshuffle these cards. so that I can come back and ground into the energies for you, Pile 2. Oh, we got beautiful messages from Pile 1. So if you do feel called, please do head over to Pile 1. But it was very specific messages over there. But we are going to start with the water oracle today for you, Pile 2. And we've got plunge. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. And I would love to be diving into the pool right now with you, Pile 2, because it is melt-worthy hot here in the UK, and I think some of you are feeling that squeeze. It's like you're afraid to be, okay, the predominant energy is that you are so afraid to be stagnant that you are now ready to just jump right in. And this is the energy that your teams of light have been ushering you towards, because they know that where you're going is safe for you, but perhaps you just can't see, Pile 2. So let's delve a little bit deeper. Yeah, with the King of Pentacles, you've been afraid of making the wrong choice and failing again, I'm hearing. And that's just not a true representation, 2050 on the clock there, of where you are. You do believe in miracles, Pile 2, and I'm hearing a miraculous chapter is about to unlock in your life. Yeah, and you've been feeling so conflicted about this because I'm hearing how your world looks is not how it feels to you. And I think this is why it's so jarring, because no one else can see your world but you, Pile 2, and those are of the similar vibration to you. And this has been with divine purpose, because if people were to know, wow, yeah, they would have just come and tried to take it from you. So you've been hidden from so many. And this is why, you know, isolation right now perhaps has been the safest thing for you. And perhaps you thought you'd done something wrong. You think, like, why can no one see what I can see? Why is no one doing what I'm doing? You know, perhaps you don't feel safe in certain spaces, or you don't feel like you fit in. Yeah, it's because you were always going to go off and explore what was best for you. And what is best for you isn't best for the majority, I'm hearing. I'm being drawn to this pentacle and the herbs here. So the herbs, I keep always hearing it like that when it comes through. The herbs hold keys of knowledge for you. And for some reason, I wanted to say what I was drinking or what I do drink. And every now and again, this will come in and someone will ask me what I drink. So I do love matcha. I try not to have caffeine, but I drink cacao and I drink matcha. I can now drink matcha, which is great. I was not allowed to before, but I'm allowed that in terms of caffeine, which is lovely for me. It's something new. But I do drink a lot of herbs. I drink a lot of herbal tea. And I don't know why I feel called to share that. Yeah, sharing. Okay, 2233 on the clock there. That's a confirmation. So sharing your cup of love and sharing a cuppa with someone is going to bring balance to your situation. Yeah, it's like you're now going to share with others what your vision is, and it's now time to do that. It's time to share what you have locked inside of you with others. And this is like plunging right in. Yeah, you've spent a lot of time ruminating, Pile 2, and I'm hearing your teams of light have had such a time trying to get you out of your mind. Yeah, and your fear about abundance. And that's okay, Pile 2. I think you've been in the trenches with your ancestral imprinting, and I'm being drawn to the rune which is on her ear as well, which is, oh, it's been a while since I've used runes. What rune is that? It will come to me. I want to say Ophelia again. That keeps coming through, the story of Ophelia. Yeah, you felt abandoned somewhere, Pile 2, and you've been working through this energy to bring the abundance to yourself. Yeah, 2332 on the clock there is confirmation. You are the abundance and all the abundance that you need, Pile 2, but this does not mean that you're going to be alone, but you are just starting fresh again, and that's okay. For some, it's been a weary road, so take those breaks and those pauses when you need to, because I'm hearing, yeah, inspiration is coming in, and it's coming in quickly. And for some, you didn't see this coming, but you've got such powerful cards, the Fool, the Star, the Empress, and plunge right in. Now is the time to tap into all that is possible for you, Pile 2. And perhaps you've only just received, you know, that you are of cosmic origin somewhere, and it's time to weed out the snakes in the grass and just flow with that energy. Anything that makes you feel stagnant isn't for you, Pile 2, because you are such a lover of nature, but also your inherent energy is to thrive in nature. The Empress and the Pentacles, and however that looks to you, and perhaps that might surprise some of you. Being drawn to runes again here. Perhaps that's a surprise to some of you. I just don't think you've had the opportunity to explore lands that are truly, yeah, resonant with your soul. But you're having the strength to explore deeper. And I think this might be just within the mind. You know, this might be just journeying in terms of meditation. If perhaps you can't actually go anywhere. Perhaps there was a time when you couldn't go anywhere. Yeah, and this was painful for you. And you're tapping into that fear that you had then, but you can transmute this with energy work. You know, if you would like to work with me, how to contact me is in the description. I'm an energy alchemist as well, trained in lots of modalities, so do reach out to me. But the infinity symbol, I'm being drawn to your heart. Your heartbreak is now, your heartbreak is now in the mind, which is okay, because this means you can release it. It's been taken from your heart space and it's been brought into the mind, and perhaps this is why you've been getting a lot of headaches, or there's been a lot of tension in the mind, and I'm hearing fire with that. And with this super duper full moon that we have, releasing, writing everything down that you want rid of and setting it on fire is going to be of best service for you, pile 2. Being told to pull just 2 more cards. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, it is time, but I wanted to put the 3 of Wands down first. Something is moving slower than you anticipated, but it's been with divine purpose, and it's so that it doesn't leave. I'm hearing there's been a lot of quick starters. Perhaps you work in business and finance and something like that, important something. And you felt like you were behind, but you're not. You're actually ahead, because you've done slow and steady progress rather than everything else that people did rushing. If you look around now, I'm hearing things are starting to crumble, starting to fall in. That is not what you wanted, but that's just to let you know that your model is durable. It will stand the test of time, and you should be grateful that you listened to that calling. But I'm going to move into the healing energy oracle, and we've got positive action being drawn to the amethyst here. Amethyst frequency has been coming through time and time again over the past few weeks, so this is a very potent message for you. Pile 2, positive action. I focus on the beauty in me, and I find I want to say stillness, so silence, but also stillness. I live and honor the present by doing what I can do now. What I cannot change, I let go of and entrust in God. What I cannot change, I let go of and I entrust to God. What I cannot change, I let go of and I entrust. I want to say with God. Your heart is divine and it is pure. Pile 2. There's something about you feeling like your heart isn't pure, and I'm not sure why. So perhaps take some time to tap into that frequency, and I want to tap my third eye. Like, I just need to release some energy from this third eye space placement. So yes, release the third eye, pile 2. And I like to lay with crystals on my third eye, specifically when I feel like I'm getting downloads or activations, just to help soothe that energy. But for some of you, it's like your third eye is aching because it's been so awake for so long. So remember that you can close down your chakras too, to give them a break. Pile 2, it feels like something that you might need to do. Yeah, my third eye, wow. Yeah, there's a lot of energy coming through. Yes, and it's because you are a child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you, and you know this about self. Pile 2, whether you consider yourself to be a starseed or not, you know the cosmic energy. You understand nature so well, which is all just cosmic. Nothing is static in anything. Everything is just atoms and moving. You know this at a cellular level. So cut yourself some slack, give yourself a break. Take breaks when you need to, but trust that you are always being guided on a path that is best for you. And I'm being told to close here, pile 2. So you've got this, is what I want to share. You've got this, and yeah, now is the time. I'm being told to pull 3 cards from the the Language of Flowers Oracle. Card 1. So Tiger Lily and Security. Choose a safe harbor for now. Choose a safe harbor for now. Choose a safe harbor for now. And that feels very strong. Do what feels safe right now, pile 2, because I'm hearing if you don't feel safe, then that space truly isn't for you, and you can trust in that energy. Plant picture and insight. The answers are there for those who look, and you've been doing a lot of soul searching, pile 2. So I'm hearing let some answers come to you, and it's interesting because the picture plant is on another oracle deck, which is the what is it called? I can't remember. I do have it close by. Which is from, I'm going to have to find it because I feel like it might be significant. In fact, I'm just going to grab the card because it's from the Woodland Warden's Oracle, and the picture plant is Stagnation in another card of this deck. So let me just find it for you because I think it's important to do that cross-reference for some reason. Yeah, picture plant. Stagnation and the lizard. Ooh, interesting. Reptilian energy stepping forward. If that resonates with you, perhaps do reach out to me, pile 2, because I feel like I might have some information for you that might be helpful. Yeah, don't get stuck right now. I'm hearing that's That's a force of the enemy, and you know this well. White carnation, devotion, yeah. Be true and pure in thought and deed. Be true and pure in thought and deed. If there's ever a time when you feel like you're not doing that, I'm hearing that's infiltration of the reptilians. I'm just gonna say it. Yes, I'm that girl. So, you know, that doesn't resonate with everyone, but if you are cosmic here, it surely does resonate. So yeah, there's some elusive energy right now, pile 2. Trust where you are, but also know that, yeah, if something feels freaky, if something feels off, you can trust that too. Trust your discernment. And I'm being drawn to show you these cards again. So we've got plunge and don't hold back. It's time. Don't, what am I hearing? An Oasis song. Don't hold back in anger, I heard you say, I think, for the lyrics. The Starr, the child of the cosmos, and then positive action. Yeah, look at the colors here. There's something about that, and that card just flipped out. I think some of you are denying your cosmic origins right now, and I can resonate with that because, yeah, it really hurt. I got hurt in a space of expanding with my teams of light. So yeah, if that resonates with you and you would like support, please do reach out to me. Pile 2, 31 on the clock there. But that's all for today. Please do take care, Pile 2, and you have truly got this. Okay, bye for now. Pile 3, this is your reading, and there is something to me just preambling in this reading, so I'm going to trust that energy. And we've had very different vibrations from pile 1 and pile 2 so far, so please do tune in and see if there might be another pile for you. Pile 3 I'm hearing because there might, and I'm already being told to pull some cards to keep aside, which is interesting. Yeah, final 3. Some of you, it's like you have been chosen. You're like down, or you're down to like the final 3 aspects of life that you chose to experience. And it's all coming back to me as coming forward as a song, which I think is Celine Dion. Yeah, something about you're at the final leg. Oh, interesting. And I've got myself. The Water Oracle, psychic abilities, acting on visions, it's destined. And I always want to take this card out because it always throws me when I see myself. But there is something to seeing yourself clearly right now, pile 3. And this came through in pile 2. So keeping your waters are pure, and that's from another card in the Amenti Oracle, which I did put in the community tab, so do look out for that. But you are a pure channel, pile 3. You are a pure channel. I don't know why you don't feel that. Psychic abilities, acting on visions, it's destined. Yes, wow. And you've got the Queen of Cups. You are a water baby through and through. King of Swords. My gosh, you are a force to be reckoned with. Pile 3. Wow, we've got the Lovers. Yeah, but you move with such heart. You are dynamite. You are dynamite, pile 3. The 4 of Swords. You are dynamite. And so many around you see this, or saw this. And this is why they wanted to hold you. 33 or 8 on the clock there. You're in a lot of past life entanglements, a lot of karmic entanglements, but you've set yourself free. Yeah, and now you are just facing your true north. 33:20 on the clock there. For some, you can trust in your abilities and your psychic intuitive notions. Yeah, you've got the 8 of Swords with the 2 of Swords here. You're not seeing yourself clearly, pile 3. Perhaps there's messages in pile 2, feeling that very strongly. There's something that you need to get out of, and I think it's this negative thinking towards self. This is the only thing that's stopping you. Yeah, you need to come back to the cup of the heart. And for some, you know, and I can resonate with this, when the heart feels so wounded, it's so painful to come back. So if you would like help unlocking the heart space, you know, if you want to make sure that you are seeking the highest vibration for you, go and seek an energy practitioner, pile 3, that you can trust, because I feel like you need help unlocking your heart. Yeah, you might need some more time to gain strength in this placement. So that's confirmation for you. If you feel like you've been getting all this energy and this motion, like, oh, it's time to be out, it's time to be exploring, I'm hearing no, not right now. So trust in that energy, and that's not for all, so use your discernment, because there's still a spark of inspiration that hasn't come to you. And for some, you're going to know that this is the truth. So trust in that energy. If you feel like you're waiting on something, yeah, you're waiting on the thing that's going to bring you highest vibrational energy, and also the highest enlightenment, but also the highest it's on the tip of my tongue. And I think this is how you feel. You're like, oh my God, like it's, and then it just disappears. And you're like, wait, there was something there. And I feel like it's almost like you're being teased with something, pile 3. That's going to be of, yeah, oh gosh, ultimate satisfaction for you. And I'm hearing that in all the ways. And I can't remember what this is, but the lines on the trees and the alphabet, Ogham? Is that what it's called? I can't remember, but there's something to that. This feels like a riddle, and I just purred like a cat. I just purred like a cat, which is on the Queen of Wands. There's something to, wow. I'm hearing P power, and I'm not going to say the word, but there's something to that in all the manners of that expression, as in actual physical cats, but also the, it doesn't have to be a derogatory term, but the other version of that. There's something in that power that is very strong in pile 3. You might consider yourself to be a cat-like being here. Perhaps you get told you look like a cat or move like a cat, something like that. Yeah, something's coming in for you that is like it's going to slice through the noise. And I think this is what you've been waiting for, pile 3. But I did pull from the Healing Energy Oracle, which I'm going to share with you. I am the light. I always have hope no matter the ordeal. I have faith in a better future. I turn darkness into light. I open my heart to others and to God, and I am spiritually strong. I draw light to me and shine with all my being. I draw light to me and shine with all my being. I draw light to me and shine with all my being. And you really do, pile 3. You are so strong in your feminine energy, and perhaps you don't see this about self, but you draw opportunities to you. And if you've ever questioned that, no, continue to move in that way. You don't have to seek something, it comes to you, pile 3. And for some of you, that feels like such an uncomfortable energy to be in, because you've always strove to get what you want so far, but for some, it's like you're waiting for your ships to come in. I'm hearing opportunities are literally going to come to you. And you felt this, and you've thought this, and you just think, this is so, like, how can that happen? But you trust in the vibration of this world and this life. And I said something about permission, I think, in the last reading, and this idea of if something has to come and attack you from behind, then, you know, it's not a strong presence, nor does it deserve to be in your energy. And I'm hearing that people can't attack you from behind anymore, pile 3. They have to come and face you. And they know if they face you, then you will see the truth, which is why some have been halted in being able to come towards you. And I'm hearing if some have come towards you recently, but they couldn't speak to you, it's because they were deathly afraid. So trust in that energy, because people have to gather up the strength to come over to speak to you. It can't be the other way around. And there's something about that permission, pile 3. So there's something about people speaking to you rather than texting or calling to, pile 3, in terms of permission. So be wary of that also, because there's something in beings having to face you. They have to face you in order to be able to share with you. Yeah, that's interesting. That's super interesting, pile 3. Okay, you've got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. And I'm going to put this in the community tab I'm being called, because, yeah, this has always been quite an elusive card for me, no matter how much I've used this deck. So there's something in you healing codependency, pile 3, with regards to your energy. And for some, you felt like you were the codependent one, but you weren't. And I feel like there's almost like this mirroring trick sometimes, pile 3. There is this mirroring trick that some can do or could have done in the past. And this is not a negativity on someone else, but I'm hearing it's like a trick of the enemy, and insert whatever you want to there. But the trick of the enemy was to mirror back someone's energy to you, but in a perverted sense. So, you know, if someone was codependent on you, it was like they made you feel like you were codependent on them. And now you understand that that was never the truth. So this might be with regards to a high level connection or soulmate, pile 3. You have to understand that your vibration is just so strong for others that they couldn't stand to be in your proximity at times. And that's okay, but you have to look at the truth of the situation. And this is a very, very, very specific message, and it's not going to resonate for everyone. But if people have acted out of character around you, it's because your vibration is so strong, pile 3. And, you know, give others grace, but also know that those that can be with you and stand your energy is because they are supposed to be around you, and those that can't simply just shouldn't be in your life. And, you know, there is wiggle room within that expression for some, but for some they have to go away, do the healing, and come back again. They have to go away and do the healing and come back again, and that is completely okay. Don't just disregard every relationship in your life, you know, platonic or otherwise, but understand that it's not you, it's the energies that move through you, and don't take it personally. Nothing has to be taken personally from here on in, pile 3. I'm almost hearing you have to not take anything personally from here on in, because it isn't personal, and it's difficult when, you know, it's you and your life and your circumstances, but it is the vibration of the lights and the energies and the frequencies that are moving within you that causes this friction. But this is also bringing others into a state of the highest vibration for them. So do have grace, but also know that some need to just do the work alone, at least for now, and they will circle back if it's meant to be, pile 3. And, you know, hold yourself with as much grace and love as you can. I know that nothing is your fault. For someone, I feel like something you feel like is your fault, and being drawn to this beautiful sparkles in here, these colors. Yeah, you sparkle and shine, and everyone knows it, pile 3. Oh, I wish I could give you a hug, pile 3. I'm giving you a virtual hug, because yeah, I feel like that weight is pretty heavy, and yeah, I can resonate with that. I can empathize with that. Oh, one of my favorite flowers, wisteria, 4104 on the clock there. Longevity, plan for and take dedicated path. And you have done this already, pile 3. And this is why you can trust that things are going to come to you, because you have done so much. 4114 on the clock there. Yeah, you've done so much already. Animo, is that how you say it? Animo? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Optimism, look up and look brightly. And this is what you do. You give others such high vibrational energy. And I think this is why you have to be careful, pile 3, because people get addicted. Everlasting Daisy, fortitude, be brave and dig deep. And you've dug so deep that you know your triggers, you know your shadow, you know the spaces in which you might feel lack or that you need to improve. So take your time with this, because you are balancing a lot by just existing, pile 3. So trust in that. And it might feel so foreign. People might actually think you don't do anything, pile 3, but you know that you do a lot. So trust in your pathway, trust in who you are. And yeah, I'm being told in the past 2 piles, I brought up the card to show the card, and I'm not doing that with yours. Something has to remain hidden right now, and I feel like it's actually you. And it's interesting because I'm on that card, so there's something about you having to be hidden still for a little while, pile 3, because some things are playing out behind the scenes, yeah, to bring you ultimate love. So trust in that energy, but trust that you do sparkle and shine, even if you're being hidden right now. And for some of you, you felt like you weren't chosen in the past, but you were just too bright for those lights. So it's like the divine plucked you away rather than you not be chosen. But it might have felt like that in the past, when it was like, no, you were just too bright for that scene. I'm hearing the Fall Out Boy song. So yeah, a lot of songs which I will tag in the description today. But that's all for today, pile 3. If you would like an extended reading, please do not hesitate to reach out, and enjoy the super duper duper moon in Sagittarius, because I think it's going to be a very, very potent and beautiful and powerful one for you. So release and let go. Being drawn to D's down here. Don't dread the future, pile 3. And that's funny because you're so high vibrational, but I think there is kind of like the slicing energy that could cut through at times. Yeah, so some things have to remain an illusion right now, pile 3, and just bring yourself into balance, because I'm hearing not knowing kills you. So make sure that you're listening to frequencies to bring you into balance, and make sure that you've got crystals around you to bring you into balance. Moonstone, this beautiful soothing blue lace agate as well is perfect for that. I've got lapis lazuli here as well. Not lapis lazuli, so lapis lazuli, but I've also got labradorite as well, which is also, yeah, very flashy. So you might want to grab yourselves just some, and I've got clear quartz, some calming crystals as well. And I've got tiger's eye and also amethyst. So there's something to that. And I brought in also this mermaid ceramic thing that I painted for a friend's birthday. There's something in the water energies, and I kept saying that over and over again. Selenite too. There's something in the water. So yeah, working with the waterways might be very helpful for you. Listening to orca, and I was going to say water sounds, but also whale and orca sounds might be beneficial. Yeah, this is why I was seeing this blue here in the black and white. But I feel like I could talk to you forever, pile 3. Take care for now, and I'll be back real soon. Bye. It was 44:22 on the clock there. Confirmations. Yay. Bye.